What is up, everybody? My name is Maggardo, and I do in fact have something a little bit different from what I normally post up on here for you guys, and this actually has to do with the Grand Theft Auto series. And I actually wanted to talk about this because I have been playing Grand Theft Auto 5, or Grand Theft Auto Online I should say, non-stop for the past few days because of, Rockstar putting out the double XP, or not double XP, but double RP and the double cash, every time that you actually play a mission. So, pretty much if I was to go on there and I was to play a mission, I would get double the amount of cash that I would normally get and double the amount of RP. So, like, let's say I would originally get 10,000 cash, I would actually get 20,000, and if I was to get 2,500 RP, I would actually get 5,000. Pretty cool, pretty interesting. But anyways, sadly it's over, but anyways, I actually wanted to talk about the new Grand Theft Auto that, will be releasing sometime down the line, and I was actually just wanting to give my thoughts on the game itself, and you guys have probably already seen hundreds of other, videos like this. Honestly, I haven't watched a single one of, these other kind of videos like this. I've actually just been reading up on it a little bit, and yeah, I've really been thinking about this for the past few days because of me playing Grand Theft Auto Online, non-stop. But anyways, so I actually want to talk about stuff like, the map, where is it going to take place, the size of the map. I actually wanted to, talk about the release date, stuff like that. And honestly, I feel like the map is actually going to be double the size of Grand Theft Auto 5. I mean, we already know that Grand Theft Auto 5's map was just beyond huge. It was beyond phenomenal. It was just an amazing map to explore. I mean, I've explored it all, but it's still pretty hard to remember where, certain things are at in the actual map itself, such as, what's his name, Simeon's car dealership. It's kind of hard for me to even remember that, especially when I'm playing online and I'm playing one of his missions and I'm supposed to, repo a car and I'm supposed to take it back to his place. Yeah, it's just kind of hard to, remember, stuff just because of the fact that the map is just so huge already. And I mean, I really think that, Rockstar is going to make, Grand Theft Auto 6 with a much bigger map than Grand Theft Auto 5. And I mean, if they do, which I know they will, I gotta give props to them for that. I mean, just right there, it's just, oh my gosh, it's just beyond phenomenal, that they would actually do that. But yeah, I actually wanted to also talk about the possible release dates of the game, and a lot of people have been saying that it's going to release in 2018. Honestly, I'm not feeling that. I'm feeling at least at the minimum that we'll release it in 2020 at the absolute minimum, but at the latest they will release it, I say it's going to be 2022. And you're probably thinking, oh well, that's about 7 years from now. Well, you gotta think though, it took them altogether 7 years to release Grand Theft Auto 5 across each individual platform. They had to release it on the Xbox 360 and PS3. They ended up doing that in 2013, and that's probably why people are saying that it's going to be released in 2018, because Grand Theft Auto 4 was released in 2008, and then Grand Theft Auto 5 was released in 2013. So people are saying that because, of the 5 year, oh man, I can't even think of the word, but the game will release, or Grand Theft Auto 6 will release 5 years after Grand Theft Auto 5, just because of the fact that Grand Theft Auto 5 released 5 years after Grand Theft Auto 4. Honestly, I don't see that happening, and the reason I say that is because, they was talking about, or Rockstar was talking about actually making the map bigger, and I just really don't see that. And I mean, they also have to, make Grand Theft Auto 6's online or multiplayer, whatever you want to call it. They have to just go ahead and add whole new jobs, and they have to, just make that big, huge map, man. Oh my god, I can't even stop thinking about the map. But anyways, oh my gosh, I think I got off topic, or not topic, but I got off track. I can't even think right now. But anyways, yeah, the possible cities. Now that's what I was going to talk about. The possible cities of Grand Theft Auto 6. And I mean, honestly, I feel like they're going to release Grand Theft Auto 6 based in Vice City. I'm not feeling Liberty City, and I'm really not feeling San Andreas because of the fact that Grand Theft Auto 5 was based off of, San Andreas. Off of San Andreas' map, except they made it huge compared to San Andreas' original map. But yeah, I just don't really feel like Grand Theft Auto 5, or not Grand Theft Auto 5, but Grand Theft Auto 6 will be based off of San Andreas. Oh, and something else that I completely forgot about in Grand Theft Auto 5. Man, what happened to the islands? Like, there's no islands. Like, there's no separate islands. Like, in Grand Theft Auto 4, they had, like, 3 or 4 different islands that you could go and visit to, and you couldn't get to one island unless you beat a certain, like, mission on the first island. You couldn't get to the second island, and you'd have to beat, like, some missions on the second island to get to the third. Yeah, what happened to that? I don't know. I just, for some odd reason, I kind of missed that with, Grand Theft Auto 5. I mean, I don't really see why they didn't do that. But anyways, yeah, so honestly, I'm feeling Vice City. I'm feeling the release date for 2020 and at the latest, because they might push it back. Or not 2020, but 2021, I should say. And if they have to push it back, I'm really feeling 2022. But, I mean, yeah, at the minimum, at the absolute least, though, I say it will come out in 2020 at the absolute minimum, though. That's just at the absolute minimum. But we all know what happened with Grand Theft Auto 5 about it, being pushed back, for, like, so many times, that I'm just feeling either 2021 or 2022. I mean, who knows, though? It might come out earlier than them, or it might even come out later than that. But I really just guarantee you guys that it's not going to come out until 2018, and it's not going to feature no map the size of the United States, because that's what a lot of people have been saying. I guarantee you guys that. But let's see, is there anything else though that I got to mention? Oh man, yeah, Vice City, it's going to be, yeah, like I said, Vice City. I just feel like, Vice City is going to be the map for Grand Theft Auto 6, because the last Vice City game that they have had was Vice City Stories, and it was released in 2006. And I mean, San Andreas was released in 2004, and it was so long before then that they have actually released a San Andreas game. And I'm not feeling Liberty City just because of the fact that there has been 3 Grand Theft Auto games already based off of Liberty City. And I mean, I ain't gonna take out the idea that they might even come up with a whole new city to actually make, for Grand Theft Auto 6. And I mean, another idea that I completely forgot to mention too is a lot of people are saying some stuff like, Grand Theft Auto will be based off of all 3 cities, off of San Andreas. It'll be based off of Vice City and Liberty City, like all 3 of them put into one, Grand Theft Auto game. And as much as I love the idea of that, I really don't understand how it would work. How would one person go from a city that is supposed to be based off of a city in New York, which is Liberty City, to a city that is based off of, like, Los Angeles, which is San Andreas, and, same thing with Vice City. How would they, get from area to area? Like, I just don't see it happening. And I mean, another thing though is with the whole online aspect of it. How is the online aspect of it going to actually work with the idea of, Vice City, San Andreas, and Liberty City all into one game? I mean, I just don't get it. I mean, I like the idea though that they do plan on making, Grand Theft Auto 6's map bigger than Grand Theft Auto 5's, but I mean, we already know that Grand Theft Auto 5's map is beyond huge, and it's just pushing the boundaries with the Xbox 360 and the PS3, and I mean, it's even pushing the boundaries with the PS4 and Xbox One. So I mean, how was that bigger map going to play out, especially with the online aspect, and especially if they actually do decide to implement all 3 cities into one game. Oh man, I don't even know if I'm saying what I want to say right. Oh man. Well, anyways, I honestly want to hear your guys' thoughts down in the comment section below. I really think I've said everything that I wanted to say, and I really hope, I should say, that I've said it in a correct way that I actually want to say it in. Oh man, it's just, oh god. Well, anyways, if you guys did enjoy this, little video, hit that like rating, share this on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, comment and subscribe, and I really hope to see you guys in my next video. Peace out.